Welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Wasdale Head and I'm with Craig.
Hello.
Now Craig's a non-hiker, but he's asked me to set him a hiking challenge for purposes I'll explain later. And there are 4 challenges I've set him and they can all be done from this valley. So let's take a look at that. I'm recording this before we set up for the challenge. This is Wasp Water. So there are 4 challenges today you can get from this valley and they come from 6 exciting situations in the back of the Wainwright books. I'll ask Craig 2 questions. Orange or green. If he says orange, we're going with the 2 challenges in this book. If he says green, 2 challenges in this book. And number 1 or number 2 is the other question. Number 1 in the orange book is Scafell Pike, which will go up Mickledore. Number 2 is Scafell, and we'll go up the Lord's Rake. And in the green book, number 1, Great Gable, is the South Traverse. And number 2 is Pillar, and that is the Shamrock Traverse. So we'll let Craig decide and find out what we're doing today. Now these books will probably mean something to you, but they mean nothing to Craig. So I'm going to get him to pick one. Do you want orange or green?
Wasp just landed on orange, so I'll go with orange.
Okay.
Wasp.
The other question is, pick a number, 1 or 2.
1.
1, okay.
What does that mean?
I'll show you.
What does it mean?
I'll show you. Okay, so we're going to do the challenge, which is involved in number 1 for orange, which is Scafell Pike. That's where you're going today. So the challenge Craig's picked, it involves grade 1 scramble. You're right with that one, yeah?
Okay.
It's just a little scramble.
Just a little scramble.
Yeah, and that's up Mickledore. So it's a notorious grade 1 scramble up the side to Scafell Pike.
Did you say notorious?
This challenging walk takes up from Wasdale Head car park to the highest peak in England, Scafell Pike. The path up is well marked and we soon cross over the beck and veer off towards the right, towards Mickledore and our grade 1 scramble. Once complete, it's a short distance to Scafell Pike's summit. We turn back towards Lingmell Col. Once on the path, Wasp Water is in sight. Although Craig is an inexperienced hiker, I know him personally and have planned this route with his capabilities in mind, but I would not advise this for the inexperienced. We're starting off in the Wasdale Head car park and we're going to head up. How are you feeling about this, Craig?
I was a bit anxious about it, actually.
Well, having not walked a fell before, that's fair enough.
It does look a bit daunting.
So that's our view at this stage. So we'll start to work our way up and then we'll take Mickledore just at this side.
How about, instead, we just go there? To that field. That's a trek.
It is, but it'll be a very incredibly short video. As we're coming up here, you can see Kirkfell on this side, then Great Gable. This is Lingmell. And then we're going to go up towards Hollow Stones and veer off onto Mickledore. So we're just heading off and I'll just explain to Craig what we would have been doing. So Pillar here, there is a traverse on the back of it called the Shamrock Traverse. That was one of the options, so that's okay. This is Great Gable over here. And if you can see the path that goes across the front of it, that's the South Traverse, so that was another option for you. And I'll show you our 4th option when we get up here, which is the Lord's Rake.
You've yet to explain to me whether or not I chose the best option.
Well, it's an option. We're just starting our way up. This is Lingmell Col at the side. How are you finding it?
You can hit the wall, Tony.
Oh, van's just there though. This is Lingmell Col as it comes down. Whew, refreshing.
Hey, see you again.
While this isn't a massive walk in terms of length, it's just over 5 miles, but the ascent's 900 metres, so it's a pretty stiff one to get up. When we get to Mickledore, that's quite scrabbly as well.
They really need one of them like moving platforms.
We'll be all right. Let's get a shot of this.
No, like they've got an airport.
Going to travel later?
That's the one.
You can just see all the foliage coming out. It's the middle of summer really, so ferns are out. Just caught up with Craig, he keeps running off. See how the stamina goes after about 500 metres. I do applaud it, mind. On this one I brought a filter bottle, so if we need more water on the way up I can get some. You can see as we go up, this is obviously a popular route and it's a very good conservation path. Lots of bedded in stones. So it's nice and easy to do. And again, you can probably do it in trainers, not that I advise it. What did you think of the scramble? Yeah, we're not quite there yet. This is the tourist path, so we'll go up to near hollow stones. We're going to veer off. Right, in the background there, you've just got Yew Barrow on this side. That's Middle Fell just here. There's a small waterfall ahead of us just here. That's roughly where we're crossing the beck. And it is steep, so don't forget that view's behind when you fancy to stop and look. Get our look at Scafell Pike now. What do you reckon to that?
You sure this isn't it?
This?
We did it.
Nearly.
We did it.
Craig's about to tackle his first stream crossing. How are you feeling about your first crossing?
I thought you were going to say don't cross it.
No, don't cross there. No! Well, that's definitely a way to do it. There you go, right across. All right, my go. I'm going to go a bit higher up though. It's quite fast flowing this today, actually. Most fast flowing I've seen it for a while. Jeez. Slightly wet boot there. Getting there. There we go, eventually. It's like a gazelle, look at him go. I don't believe this is your first hike. What? I don't believe this is your first hike.
I've walked before.
I'd hope. After the crossing we'll soon come to a V and we're going to work our way off to the right. It's fairly faint, but you will see it. We're doing this quite late in the day because we're hoping for a clear top. You can just see a little bit of clag at the top there. You alright? It's altitude sickness.
Yeah, the air's getting really thin, boss.
Just having a little break.
Don't film this.
So just in the background, got Lingmell Head on this side, so I've got another video on that. And on this side, Buck Barrow and Middle. Oh, you're right, you.
Cut that.
Yeah, I'll cut that bit out, don't worry about it. So Middle Fell here and then Yew Barrow. So I've got, again, videos on those, I'll put them in the link for you. We're about 350 metres high now, so it's probably about a third of the way up. We don't start at zero, we start around about 80 metres at the car park.
About 2/3 of the way up, you see?
Yeah, about, 3/4 I reckon, something like that. Nearly there. We're doing this quite late in the day because Craig was working this morning, weren't you?
I was indeed.
So a big shift for you today. Then we're doing this, so we'll probably finish around about, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something like that. So it's a big one. But the reason we've done it like that is because today the cloud's really high and tomorrow it's at 300 metres, so we'd already be in the fog by now. If you want to check out the heights of any clouds on the weather forecast, it's mountain forecast you go on the internet.
It's internet?
Yeah.
That's internet.
But this is still pretty busy for a late end of the day. As we come up here, this is a conservation path and they've helicopter dropped some more stones in just to build it up a bit more. Could have helicopter dozen, couldn't they? So working our way up still, about 400 metres. Getting a bit breathy now. How are you getting on?
Doing all right.
Steady.
Okay.
There's our view behind.
There was a lot bigger a little while ago, that lake.
Yeah. Must have evaporated in the sun.
Yeah, it's like a puddle now.
Anyway, up we go. On this side, this is Lingmell. Lingmell's another Wainwright. So if you're collecting those, you'll get 2 on this route. Plus one of the 6 exciting situations. We just got a first look of Mickledore, which is that over there.
Why does it sound like something from Lord of the Rings?
I don't know, but that is it, just there. So we're going to work our way up there. I'll tell you what, if you come in the fog, it feels like it's something from Middle Earth.
You're right, let's go back. And we'll come back another thing.
Did you bring the ring?
Oh!
So, hang on, Craig. We are taking the path that goes over here to Mickledore. So for us, we're working our way to the right.
I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
You can miss it, but that's fine pointing out. So when you're at about 500, 520, then you'll see that going off, and that's it at the side. Just a little bit of clag on the top, but I think we'll be all right. Working our way to Mickledore, and it's a grade 1 scramble, so we've got gloves in our bags, and that'll help if you're doing some hands-on stuff. So we'd recommend those just in case. It's not that long, but it is what I call scrabbly. So it's a bit 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Define scrabbly.
Like loose, like that, yeah. Loose.
I see. I've worked out what scrabbly is.
So that is just a little bit of cloud touching the top there. So we're going to Mickledore ahead, and just at the side here, that will be the normal tourist route past Hollow Stones up to the Lingmell Col, and then you just go up. This is Lingmell on this side. But for us, we're doing a lesser known alternative, a bit more specialist. Straight up there, so going, following this one round, and then up that scree face. It's getting a bit steeper, and we'll soon begin the climb. Well, just looking back, got pillar, and then black crag, then the dip going down, and then Scafell.
And that is the sun.
That's the sun, yeah.
See, I know things too.
As we're working our way up, to see, this is going to go towards Scafell on this side via Lord's Rake. So we'll be able to catch that in a minute. But the mists are clinging onto the rock there. If you are looking to do these routes, I do put all the maps and things in the description. So if you go in there, you'll see this, and then you can just follow that up if you download it to your phone. So quite straightforward.
Even a beginner can do it.
Oh yeah.
So you know.
Are you enjoying your first hike?
You know what? I could say it's brutal and it's grueling and everything, but it's really good.
There you go, bit of fun in it. Cracking view out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is steep.
It's getting a bit steep.
There's no way getting up the biggest thing in England without the height.
I reckon you could have got an Uber.
Or an Uber Raven.
Yeah.
We're right up to this notable rock at the side. It's the Woolworth boulder. Do you know why it's called that, Craig?
Because this is where Woolworths was invented.
That's right, this is the site of the first Woolworths. But it closed down in 1860 due to lack of trade.
Yeah. But it was successful anyway. There was one on every high street.
They were. Up until the internet.
Yeah.
Then we just shopped online.
The downfall of society.
I know, but you know, we can lament the passing of pick and mix.
Yeah.
Wasp water down there.
There's a goat.
A goat. That's a sheepy.
Oh, it's a sheep.
Yeah, they just had the farmer out to give him a bit of a clipping, I think.
Sponsored by Specsavers.
Oh, there's a little lamb out there, huddling up.
Yeah.
You can see the path ahead of us, so as we're going up here, you can just see it start to form. Just saying to Craig, there's We're coming up to the Lord's Rake, so that would have been one of the other challenges to go up there. But we're going to head up. You can go this way, which seems the sensible way.
We're going up to the Lord's potting shed.
Yeah, it's just up here. That's what I was saying to you about it being a bit scrabbly. It's loose, I think is the word.
See, if you'd use those words, I understand it.
I have my own dialects to go with this channel.
So that's not a well-used
No.
term in hiking.
I don't think it's a technical. I'm trying to introduce it to the hiking community, and eventually it will take hold.
Well, to the uninitiated, it sounds about right.
So as you can see, a little bit scrabbly, and here on this side's a bit firmer, so good to stick to the edge.
You know what? If I had to describe this, I'd say it's a bit scrabbly.
Well, it's kind of like running up a sand dune. It's that same sort of experience. It's pretty loose even at the edge. So if you have done this, then just let me know in the comments. How you doing, Craig? You glad you came? It's good, isn't it? Wow. So a bit to go, probably 30 metres and we're up. A lovely experience. So this is why it's a challenge and a grade 1 scramble, because it is loose as anything. But you know, you asked me for a challenge, didn't you?
Yeah, I suppose.
That'll teach you. Wow.
The video is just going to be loads of us stopping. Like, did you just keep having breaks every 5 steps?
I'm going to keep. I'll keep out the stoppages. Make it like one continuous journey. We did it in one go.
It's us leaving the car park and then we're there.
And because the options were to do it this way or the other way. Would you rather come up this or down it?
Neither?
Neither.
Well, I don't know what the other option is, so I'm just following you.
Just following orders.
Yeah, I picked a random, and this is where we are.
Yeah, this is random, all right. Still, look at that cloud formation on there. That's fantastic. Clinging its way onto the cliffside.
Where do clouds come from?
They
Come out of rock.
Do they?
Yeah.
Is that where they're born?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, those clouds over there, they came from that rock.
Just to point out, sorry, while we are here above Craig's Head, you can see the little gap there.
Oh, right.
That is the Lord's Rake going up there.
I was going to say a rare deadly wasp.
On this, I have come into the path, which I thought would be easier, but it's not very good. So, gonna go to the edge again. I would say the easiest approach is to just stick right to the edge, because the middle, whoop, oh, this is loose. That's even looser, as demonstrated by Craig here. Yeah, I'm just gonna head up these larger stones out the side. Wow, it's really loose, that, isn't it? You'll notice obviously it's quieter on this route than the other routes. There's quite the ascent up on the scrabbly stuff, but now we've found us a nice bit of path. So just,
you found yourself, I'm not there yet.
We'll just head up there. I'll wait for Craig though. Yeah, they're loose, them. Don't put your weight on them.
I was just about to stand on that as well.
There we go. Firm ground, all right. This for us is our final ascent to the top of Mickledore. Whee! So, still a bit loose, but it does get firmer. One to watch your feet for sure. So as I say, it's a grade 1 scramble, and this is why you've got to get your hands down there. 3 points of contact is ideal.
Yep. I know health and safety. I've been on a ladder.
There you go.
Got a training course. So yeah, I'd rather not come down this way.
There's our answer then. Yeah, best to go up. Only 10 metres and we're there.
Oh.
Into a oxidised red top, but there's our cairn. Oh, fantastic. Look at that. We're about to get a view. Woo. So in the distance, you've got Lord's Rake just here, and then Simmons Knot and Scafell behind that. What do you reckon of your first grade 1 scramble?
Easy. That's not what the fuss is about.
You've got a good day to be doing this.
Yeah, man.
Plenty of people walking around in the fog.
So imagine my first time up here and you can't see anything.
Yeah, well, you got an absolute blinder.
Yeah. Well done, Tony.
Right, so that is the stretcher box on Mickledore, and from here we're going to continue to work our way up, and Scafell Pike is just over here. So it goes a lot flatter now. This is where we came up, just here. That's the Lord's Rake over here. So Mickledore, and then we're up to this section here, which will take us up to Scafell Pike. And yeah, it is rocky.
Oh,
not that kind of rocky.
copyright.
You can probably see behind me, apart from Craig, there's a stony path all the way up. You can probably hear it under my feet. You can see the cairn marks as we go across, and the cairns are these piles of stones here, and they guide us to the top. So if you are in foggy conditions or anything, or just not sure like this because it's quite scrabbly and bouldery, just follow those. For us as we come up today, this is a fairly straightforward walk to the top at this point. I'll show you it going forward. It's a matter of probably 80 metres height at this moment, and we'll be there. It's getting a bit more of a breeze now as we're coming up, and then it's Wastwater just down there. Wow. Simmons Knot here, and then Scafell in the background. This is our final run, working our way towards the summit. Only 20 metres of height to go, I think. If you've not been up Scafell Pike before, the top of it is super rocky, so it's sort of ankle twist territory. So it's definitely worth having fell shoes on or boots. This is our sort of lunar landscape as we come across the top. A little bit of cloud gathering. We'll try and beat it to the top. That's the valley. This is joining the lighter coloured trail, which is much easier to pick out, and the summit's just here. So we're right near the top. This is Great Gable, just behind Craig here. Fantastic. So not long, just going to hit our way, and that's our top. Right, here's the trig point. And the summit's there just behind. Right, so Craig is now going to become the highest thing in England. There we go.
You can't say that.
Not in a chemically induced way, just in an actual height way. There he is. How's that feel? King of England.
I don't like heights.
Right, first time at Scafell Pike. Done a grade 1 scramble as well. What do you reckon?
No, it was interesting, but worth it for the view.
Yeah. Let's pop up in the air and have a look at it. With that view in the background, just give you a quick word from Craig as to why we're doing this today.
Check out those views though, man. It's incredible. So, the important bit, the reason I'm up here, I'm trying very hard to raise some money. My wife has been diagnosed with a very rare, untreatable stage 4 cancer. And the NHS have said that there's nothing they can do about it. So I wasn't accepting that, so I went on the internet and I found this doctor in Germany who suggested this particular treatment. And it's going to cost us 35 grand. So that's where the GoFundMe comes in. So in the link to this video, there'll be, in the description of this video I should say, there will be a link to the GoFundMe page. So if any of you wonderful people out there can help in any way, it'd be greatly appreciated. If you're not in a financial position to do so, don't feel too bad about it. I get it, times are hard. But even if you can just put 10 quid, 15 quid on there, it all adds up and it all makes a huge difference. And yeah, can't believe I'm up here.
So just heading down on the tourist route. If you enjoyed the video, helps us if you share it and click on the like, and also if you make comments, because that really shares this out and that's really important for this video. And I'll put a link in the comments so you know where to find out how we're getting on.
Thanks very much for watching. I've been trekking with Tony, so have you.
We have just got it in as well because the cloud's coming in now. We've beat it. What have you? This is a slab and we'll hit the top of it. It's slightly grooved, so it's easy for grip. And then we'll be down facing Lingmell.
Hey Tony, remember when I was the highest guy in England?
I do? Do you mean today?
Yeah, like half an hour ago.
Just now, when I was the highest guy in England? Yeah.
Remember that?
What a view that is going down. So we just made it to avoid all the clag. So we're going to drop down below that. This is Lingmell here, but we're going to miss it out now because time is a little issue and you can't see anything. There's a couple of nibblers out there just enjoying the last rays of the day.
I love horses.
As we're heading down, this is Lingmell Col. That's Lingmell here, and we're just going to work our way down there towards Hollerstones. As we head down, this is the bit we didn't walk up previously, and Lingmell Head's just here, and then in the distance you've got Middlefell in the middle, and then over here you've got Barrow. This is the track up we did to Mickledore before, and then That's us, so just gonna work our way down, and that's the car park.
5-star scrambling there.
Did you enjoy that scramble?
Not at the time.
Not at the time. Like childbirth.
No, to be honest, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it is pretty good. It's
a challenge, don't get me wrong, but
yeah.
it wasn't that bad. It's doable.
Yeah, if you keep your
I'm a complete amateur at all of this, and I did it.
this incredibly rocky section is hollow stones. Bouldery. What do you reckon?
Bouldering with Tony.
So shortly the sun's going to be setting just over here. So we've got about probably half an hour of light left. We'll definitely go down. Wind's picking up a little bit. You can just see the ripples there on Waswater.